turn that.
How can we Zoom? All right, we're on right now. So
Yeah, maybe turn that. Get rid of Domino's Pizza.
I don't know how to zoom in.
There's no one on here. Turn it. One person on.
All right. That's good, right? All right, we're on. We got some people. All right.
Domino's boxes.
We had a really tough time just getting that started. We apologize.
Brand new computer. So
Yeah, we
we're
just
trying
got
to
a brand new
figure it out.
computer today. We didn't know how to get it going. But
Hopefully everyone can hear us.
yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us.
There's only one person who probably locked up because they can't hear us.
They should be able to hear us. They should be able to hear us. Okay, cool. You can.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So all right, there we go. We're getting some more people now. Sorry about that. Once again, for you guys just coming in, we got 8 right now. Probably keep going. I bet a notification just went out. We just got a new computer today, so we were having a really hard time getting this thing started because we're not familiar with it. We went from a Mac to a Windows, and we're just getting started here. But we'll wait for a few more people to come in. But on tonight's plan, we're gonna just do some Q&A and answer whatever questions you guys have, and just have like a hangout sort of thing, and see what we can chat about and stuff.
And we did this exactly 2 weeks ago, almost to the minute. It was our first live. This is our second one. Off to not a great start with the computer, but we're hoping to do this maybe twice a week once we get into the new house
Yeah.
in the new room with YouTube and everything, all the computers set up and everything.
Yeah, we have a brand new room coming with. We'll be set up. That's why we bought the computer. We bought a new microphone today. We bought a webcam today. So we're trying to set it up as best as we can, so it's going to be efficient from here on out.
But ask away any equipment questions. Maybe you saw stuff in our videos you have questions about. Business questions, just whatever, any kind of questions you have. Good evening.
How you doing, Jonathan?
Thanks for watching.
Murphy.
It's our dog. It's not a bear.
I don't think Bert's is in the house tonight.
No watch.
Yeah.
Ask a question.
So Joshua asked us a question. What is your goals for 2023? Can we answer that?
You can answer it. We have a lot of
Yeah,
goals.
we have a lot of
A
goals.
lot of big goals.
No, I'll let you. You can answer that one.
I guess number one would be to really grow the YouTube channel. Grow the YouTube channel and minimize the amount of lawn maintenance clients that we take care of. We would like to, this year we were around 130 weekly lawn accounts, and it was just overkill. We were trying to dive more into the construction, paver jobs we were turning away, mulch jobs we were turning away, just all the jobs that's where the money's at. We felt like we were locked in, which we were for weekly lawn maintenance, and there's just no getting out of it until the contracts end, which is roughly this week. So we are looking to thin out the lawn maintenance crew, not completely to nothing, not even in half, but just thin it out to make it more profitable. Focus a lot more on YouTube and a lot more on construction with pavers and landscape design, outdoor kitchens, all sorts of stuff like that. That's a really good question. I feel like as a business owner / owners, you have to always be thinking about what's next and what are your goals for the following year. So that's a great question.
Yeah, it's helpful. It's helpful to plan out the entire year in this, like, before you even get there, so you know exactly what's going on. And I mean, you might have a few surprises here and there, but you want the year to pretty much be laid out as best as it can be, and know what you're doing, what you're making, what you're purchasing, who's working for you.
That's a tough one because
Yeah.
nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
So
And what contracts are going out, who do you think is going to come back from last year, and that sort of thing. But I want to do a video right on New Year's and actually lay out our goals, because there's like a couple numbers that I want to run out, especially on the YouTube. I want to have like a subscriber goal for 2023, and just see how we do, like as a whole next year online, just see where we started and where we finished, and see if we hit our goals.
yeah, because if you flip back to last year, when we started the channel, Jimmy was still in school and I was working by myself, and I'm not the best with filming, so you can see how much more comfortable I guess we are with the talking in front of the camera and setting up
Yeah.
the camera, moving stuff around. And then Jimmy graduated this year, so he was part-time this year, but next year will be the first year that we're all full force 100% in this. So a lot of big things coming for next year.
I was trying to do a poll for the chat today. I want to see if I can do this. Oh, I can. I'm going to ask you guys a question.
You want to lean on something with the mouse?
No, I'm good. I got it. I'm going to ask everybody a question who comes through today. What were we asking? What do you like better?
Leaves or snow?
Okay. What do you like better, or what would you do for that?
What do you like? What type of work do you like doing more?
Okay.
Leaves or snow? Leaf cleanup.
Oh, yeah. All right. Should be good with that. Okay, I just put out a poll for everyone watching and who will come through tonight. I think everybody will see this. That what type of work do you guys like better, snow or leaf cleanups? And it's an appropriate question because right now we're almost in that in between state, at least by us. Leaves are pretty much done around here. Elsewhere, I know they're just kind of getting started really heavy, but snow is coming and it's getting cold. So I want to hear your guys' opinions throughout the live stream.
You already got one vote, right?
Yeah. Cleanups is winning by 1.
Can you see who put that?
I don't think we can see. We can just see the poll.
We're off to a good start because I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to read that?
Yeah. So Elite Landscapes says, so how much landscaping revenue were y'all able to generate in 2022 compared to your mowing revenue? So
I'd say, not putting it to the exact dollar, but mowing revenue is probably a third of everything else. And everything else being, like last year I did, I think 8 separate paper patio installs. This year we only did 1. But we had a lot more landscaping jobs, like ripping out bushes and putting in, we probably did 500 yards of mulch this year with the Toro, the multi-force. We did a lot of river rock this year, probably. The one job alone was 60 yards, I'd say. 60 to 70 yards of river rock. And when you're just comparing numbers, when you're out there like, all right, I did 15 lawns today, I made whatever the math comes out to, $1,000. What do you compare that? This is what we're starting to do, is what can you compare that to in terms of landscaping work, like mulching, river rock, leaves, side work? How much and how fast can you do side job compared to going to 20 separate properties.
Yeah.
So that's kind of going into the new year. That's what we're focusing
A
on.
big thing for us is we'd rather deal with one person than 20 to make the same amount, if that makes sense. Because then you got a bunch of different.
Not even the same amount.
Well,
Probably
yeah,
more.
yeah, exactly. But it's easier to deal with one person, and it's especially when you got people who don't pay on time, and you got to send out invoices to 20 different people, and there's just a lot more hands in the
And
pot going on.
expectations. Of
Exactly, yeah, and then
customers. Everybody has their own way they want stuff done.
so we've learned that it's easier to work for one person rather if you can sub them out for 20. But I mean, obviously we like working.
Yeah, we like working. You always have the pain in the butt clients, but regardless of what type of work you're doing, we're gonna be doing a lot of that next year.
Yeah. You guys are on the right path. It's nice to see the next generation coming in behind us old guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
How old are you? How old? Our dad is 56.
56.
He's been
So
doing
he's been
this
doing it
forever.
for a
He's
while.
tired of this. He wants to be done, but
And also, where are you located at? Where do you guys work at?
yeah, from the last live stream, we got everyone's location who was watching,
I
and
don't think we.
it's cool to know where everyone in the country is, or even if you're in other countries, it's kind of cool.
So when did you guys start doing lawn care? Steve officially opened the business in 2012.
2000, the beginning of 2012, I opened it
Yeah.
as an LLC.
He's
But I was
been
working
doing it
before.
forever, but I've also kind of been. Our dad was doing it from the get go, and then we kind of. Well, Steve started his own company, but we've always been like trained and kind of done it. So we've been doing it for a long time.
We got Maryland in the house. We got. Where in North Jersey are you, Jonathan? Maybe you told us the last live stream, so excuse us if we forget that. But there was
a
some
good
people from
amount.
Ohio.
Yeah, a lot of
last
New
time-
Jersey people.
Yeah, it was quite
Yeah,
a few.
no, in New Jersey, North Jersey.
North Jersey.
Yeah,
Virginia.
30 years into this lifestyle, 45 years old. Virginia mountains.
Cool.
Yeah.
East Coast.
What does the leaves look like down there now?
Yeah.
Are they just starting to fall?
Oh, he's in Wantage. That's right.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
drove right
Sussex.
through
Yeah,
there
we were
today.
through there today. We were up in Franklin actually. We're putting a video together. It might get posted tomorrow on sort of what we do in our when we don't do snow because we don't do any snow. So we'll show you guys what we do in our off season to make a little bit of money. Oh, Julia commented, "What is your favorite part of your job?"
But there's an exclamation point, so she needs to know now.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, Julia. Love you. That's my girlfriend.
You didn't answer the question.
I am answering.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part of the job.
Is knowing that we're gonna have an accountant one day.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. My favorite part of the job is probably when I'm on a piece of machinery that is doing the work for me. Yeah, I like using like the excavator and the skid steer the most. Those are my favorite things to use.
My properties are clean, leaves are done falling. It's
Oh,
a good
wow.
feeling. Something special about Thanksgiving season. That's the first thing that pops to my mind is when family or anyone else is saying, I can't believe Thanksgiving is in 2 weeks or 3 weeks if it's the beginning of November.
Yeah,
And right in my head, it's like, all right, we're almost done for this season because we're usually wrapped up around December 1st. Sometimes it goes a little later than that, but this year we'll be done by Tuesday morning. The leaves fell, I feel like 2 weeks earlier than they usually do, so we'll be done a couple weeks early this year, which is very nice.
yeah. Also, on that note, we'll be making some videos on storing your equipment, putting it away properly before the season's over, especially with gasoline equipment.
We got some comments on people wanting to see everything in one video.
Oh yeah, everybody wants to see the whole fleet, so we're gonna do that before we do put everything
Probably
away.
next week, right?
Yeah, this upcoming week and the
Yeah.
week after, and then everything that has gasoline gets put away a special way. And then I know some guys out there are starting to go electric, but there's a certain way you got to put away gasoline, especially over the long winter months.
Post something on Instagram story.
Yeah, post something. I think it probably got a little bit messed up with the other one. Do you guys hate when the sun goes down early? No, the way that I actually look at it right now is after a hard day of leaves. I mean, we start at 7 because that's the earliest you can start with the town ordinance. We go 7 to dark usually in the leaves, and I know when that sun goes down, that work's over, and I'm actually kind of happy because I mean, I know we put in a good day of work. We were averaging probably, I'd say, somewhere around 10 good leaf cleanups a day, and then now at the end we're averaging probably 20 because of there's no more leaves left. So I like it when the sun goes down. I know that we put in a good day's work and we're done. So Elite Landscapes, any snow accounts? No, we don't have any snow accounts. We have the opportunity pretty much with, I'd say, 50 to 70% of our clients to do their snow removal, but we don't do it just because over the years we used to do it, and it's been nothing but just a big hassle for us with equipment and just the long hours, the overnight hours, the on-call. I mean, we like to do a lot of stuff in the winter. We like to take on various projects like truck projects and stuff like that. We like to go away for a couple of weeks. So it's just been hard for us to be there for the whole snow season. So yeah, I was just telling you about why we don't do snow. But
Snow.
yeah. And I read the one before. I said the sun goes down early, but I said I know when the sun goes down that we put in a good day's work, so I'm ready to be done.
Yeah.
Especially in leaves. But there were a few days in grass. I think we were getting close to dark.
Yeah. Jenna's put in a story on it.
Okay. Yeah. I actually have another poll. I got another poll that I want to put out. You want to read that one?
Kinder Lawn Maintenance. I think they tuned in last
Yeah, I
time,
think
right?
they did.
Yeah. What's your biggest focus goal for the business in 2023?
I'm going to open the poll, but just answer that one.
Like we said before, it's pretty much to get more into the landscaping design aspect of this business. Lawn maintenance is, my dad used to call lawn maintenance, it's like bread and butter. Like it's very easy. All companies do it, and it's just go cut the grass and be done with it. And it's just, to me, it seems like it's gotten to the point where people want so much for so little. You can't raise the prices in lawn maintenance, even though everything else in this country has gone through the roof in pricing. That's not me saying, that's just how I feel everyone's thinking. And we just like to dive into landscape construction a lot more. We've done it here and there as much as we could. Like I said, I did probably 8 patios by myself last year just because I didn't have any help. This was before I bought my dad's company, so I was doing my own company, pavers all by myself. But I was making more money doing that and then have to flip back over to grass because it was Monday, I was ready to cut the grass again. And I just wish we didn't have to cut grass. We could just do pavers and mulch and installs all day long. So we're going to be building up the YouTube channel, thinning out the lawn maintenance route, and just putting all the equipment to work. Like the excavator hasn't really been used at all this year because we were so busy with all of the lawn accounts. But that's the biggest goal for next year. I'm going to scroll up.
Yeah, I'll ask this question.
Yeah.
I think everybody's I know the answer to this question, but let's take a stab at that one. Yeah.
Juliet,
Oh,
my
yeah.
family wants to know if the lack of rain impacted your business at all this summer. It was annoying.
Yeah, so
very
that's
annoying.
a good question. Because we operate on our contracts are set up right now at a weekly schedule, and we had a lot of people that would, when we had the drought, the grass was not growing like
Like
it should,
late
but
July, early
yeah.
August.
we were having the grass wasn't growing like it should, and we were still on schedule to do the lawn, and we were having like a problem with that because some people were calling us last minute when we were on our way, and they were saying, like, don't come, no, don't do this, even though we had already showed up.
Well, we're
it was
already
like a
on our
big,
way.
Yeah, it was a big hassle, but
Like we said, 125 weekly accounts.
yeah,
You have
and if
10 people calling the office number, which is, it's a cell phone that I switched it over so I can email and text right from the work number.
yeah,
You get 10 people a week wanting to not show up. You're already on the route. The guys are already on their way there. My dad and the guy that was working with us was already on his way there. And then we're on a landscaping job, and we'd have to call them and say, so and so doesn't want you to cut the backyard, this or this.
yeah,
And it was just driving us absolutely crazy because we're on a big river rock installed, 60 yards of river rock, and they're going to cut 20 lawns in a day. And it's just like the river rock is up here on the priority list, and the lawns are just kind of in the middle.
yeah.
Um,
That's why
So that was
we're
annoying.
redoing the contracts next
Yeah.
year to account for that.
This
It's
winter.
going to be like on a monthly,
Yeah.
more of a monthly basis. That if that does happen, and people want us to skip it, it was okay, no problem, even if we're on the way. But it just turned out to be a hassle with the
Yeah.
amount of customers.
and
that we
it's
had.
just in May when it rains every other day, the
yeah,
grass needs 2 passes or even 3 passes, depending on how high it is. And August, when it doesn't need it in the front yard, but it needs it in the backyard, and they want to skip, it all evens itself out because in
Yeah.
September and May, you're cutting really, really high grass, bagging it, it's clogging, it's wet. So we're redoing the contracts to cover all that. Read that one.
Anytime it gets hot, I do those other projects. Usually 5 times the money income is mowing. Yeah, that
Can you highlight that?
Yeah,
That's
like,
literally-
that's what our thinking is.
Yeah,
That's where the money is at. Big time.
100%.
I mean, you make money cutting grass
You do.
and stuff, but I
It's
mean,
just too
it's
much.
yeah,
I feel like you're just weighed down
Yeah.
by the schedule of weekly mowing. You're at the same property every 7 days, and it
yeah,
gets you. The first month, I'm excited, ready to go after being done for the winter, and then you get to like May, and then you're like, all right, is it over yet? I want to go do something else. So
Yeah.
5 times the amount of money is mowing.
yeah,
I'd say that's spot on.
yeah,
And it was really getting under our skin when we would be on a landscaping job and the lawn crew would need help, and we'd have to go help them because it rained or something happened or whatever.
yeah,
But that's spot on right
yeah.
there.
Do we offer lawn treatments? No, we don't. We don't have a
The
we don't have a-
pesticides
yeah,
license.
we don't have a pesticides license. We don't really plan on doing any of that just because the spray and all that.
It's profitable,
Yeah.
but we have guys in our area that we work with. We throw them work,
Yeah, there's a
and
couple.
they throw us
yeah,
work.
So.
They throw us the lawn customers, and we throw them the fertilizer. That's a ton of accounts you mow, constantly moving.
Yeah, we are.
Well, last year, our dad had probably around 50 weekly accounts, and I had about 80. Maybe dad had 60.
Yeah,
It came out to 140 by the time we raised the price a little bit. Some dropped off. Excuse me. And that's where we ended up around 125 a week. It was a lot.
yeah,
Do you have any HOA full service? We do not. I did one, like a condo community once, and it was, I can't say the words on camera. The money was there, but it was just every single person coming out. You missed a spot. This one blade of grass didn't get cut. Can you do this while you're here by chance? Oh, while you're here, can you maybe just trim the one bush for me? Oh, while you're here, I need help moving
Yeah.
this to the back. It was just absolutely crazy. And then they asked me to do the snow removal for all the roads. And I think there was like 150 driveways. And I'm like,
yeah,
nobody wants to work. So how am I
Yeah.
going to even get half of those driveways done.
And that's back to the thing of then you're dealing with like one overarching head, but I mean there's still like 150 people
That come out every
Yeah.
single week because they're
that
all
are
home.
there.
They're all working
Yeah.
from home, and it's when people refer HOAs
Yeah.
to us, we just no thank you.
Yeah.
Politely say no thank you.
Yeah. On paper, I mean, you think they would look good, but well, on paper, I guess they do, but in reality, no. I've cut back to a 4-day mowing week with 30 high-end residentials. So much easier to manage and actually more money in total. Yeah, exactly. That's right where it's at, right there.
Yeah,
I think we're at like 4.5.
We're about a 4-day mowing week.
Yeah. Just in case it rains that one day, even if it rains 2 days, I mean, if you hustle, you can still get it done.
How many? How many? Do you guys do bi-weekly? Whoever's watching this, do you guys do bi-weekly lawn maintenance?
Yeah.
That's a big topic in the springtime on all the landscaping groups on Facebook. Some people say absolutely not. I don't do bi-weekly, but then you'll get to some of those larger properties that don't grow. So we do out of the 125, 6 or 7 bi-weekly, and it's we do about 6 or 7 bi-weeklies. One is a lake community with all their spots that the lake owns throughout the whole development, and they're just spots that don't grow, and it's a good paying job. They don't want weekly, they won't go for weekly, but for residential clients, pretty much we won't do bi-weekly. But going forward, we're probably going to take those 6 or 7 bi-weeklies and numb it down to maybe 2 or 3. And anything else that comes on, they're going to have to pay to play to do lawn maintenance going forward, just with all the expenses involved.
So the 15-man crew. Did you read that one?
15-man crews and HOA properties.
Like
Yeah.
Right there.
You probably went through a lot of fuel
Yeah.
and a lot of headaches probably too.
Most squares just have common grounds in the contract, not necessarily full grounds, such as a condo association. We love them.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, no bi-weekly. So yeah, we already talked about that.
But like we said before,
Yeah.
I bought the Kubota KX71 excavator a little over 2 years ago. I got it paid off as fast as I possibly could, and it's ready to roll. And it's just this year we were stuck because nobody wants to work with all those lawn accounts, and my dad having to do them. We jumped on to do lawns and kind of shut down the landscaping part of it towards the end of the summer. Towards the end of August, when people are getting ready to close their pools and no one's really looking to book that much. But next year, everything is going to be full force landscape installs. We are slowly figuring out what's more efficient with YouTube in terms of like we said, we bought the new computer today.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to put videos together a lot faster.
I've noticed that the channel's been growing ever since I started kind of switching up the thumbnails. I've gotten a lot better at them. And the titles, I think that we're getting a better audience viewing from what we originally were. But
When I say we are going to make the YouTube videos,
oh yeah, I do.
Jimmy
I
makes
do
the
all, I
videos.
do all of the editing for all the videos.
I don't even know how to turn the computer on.
Most of the time, I'm like, Steve, gotta get in this shot, in this video clip, but he's always in it.
I would rather do the work and have Jimmy just set the camera up.
Yeah.
So he's ready to go when he gets home to put the videos together. Move them out.
Okay.
Eden's Lawn Service was on last time, wasn't he? I remember him. Eden Lawn Services. Were you guys on last live?
Yeah. Young man's work.
It is young man's work, and
That's what everybody is saying now.
Yeah.
Everybody that we've talked to, they say the same thing because they all got out of it.
but we had a period in July where we posted a video of it, the pool area redo, and it was all grass growing up against the concrete patio, and it was we were there for maybe 3 days with the excavator and the New Holland skid steer and River Rock and ripping out the bushes. And we made more in 3 days in the entire month for cutting grass for 125 customers. So that if that says something about landscape construction or whatever you want to call it, that's why we're leaning more towards it.
Yeah. Dude, what do you think this? Does? Is this like? I don't know what that does.
Try it.
Oh, is
So
this
they
if
can
we,
type.
this is if we ask a question.
No, they can.
Will we type something?
I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in on a Friday night after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hope everybody actually had a great
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. We didn't even start with that, but
Thanksgiving is Halloween's over, Thanksgiving's over, and Christmas
Crazy.
is right around the corner.
now, yeah. Do you have someone to have? Was this a question for us? Or
I think
just going back
they're
and
talking
forth?
about
Okay.
HOAs.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think that might be for us. Kinder lawn maintenance, was that for us or that's about?
Oh yeah, I guess
Thanks
that's for us. Yeah, well that does allowing him.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's
So yeah, like we said, my father had his own company. I had my own company. He was doing his weekly lawn accounts, and I was doing mine. I bought him out so this year he could come in and do all the mowing with 1 or 2 or 3 guys. We ended up only getting 1, and it worked out to a good extent. But that was the plan, was to keep him running for lawn maintenance while we dove into everything else. But Jimmy didn't graduate school till the beginning of June. And I feel like the time is crucial between March and June to book your majority of your construction jobs for the whole year. So we jumped in at the end of August to finish the year with the lawn maintenance, basically September and most of October, and then with leaves. But next year we're full force going for lawn landscape construction. Stick to mowing. Next year's commercial contracts are coming in. Commercial lawn maintenance is a totally different story. You don't have to really deal with people. It depends on what type of commercial. You could be doing open fields, I guess. You
Yeah.
could be doing bigger areas. You don't have to interact with 100 million different people. And hiring people is the biggest problem because everyone, they get paid to sit home and not work.
People are getting paid
Yeah,
to drive an Amazon truck.
yeah.
You know?
And they're
Not
not
that there's
very good-
nothing
they're
wrong
not-
with
they're
that.
not- they're not very good at it.
at it, but not that there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just, I don't know, the hardworking
It's tough.
that have
Yeah,
gone away.
you have to pay to.
You got to pay to keep somebody working.
Yeah, people.
I mean-
I see people in Lawn Care Mafia asking about how much do you pay your employees, and all the comments come in between $15 and $18 an hour. Like that. That's why no one wants to work. No one's
Yeah.
going to even get out of bed for $15 an hour anymore.
Yeah.
That one's for you.
Yeah, sure, fired up and ready to grow a business. Yes, I am very much so. Like every day, me and Steve talk like every day about business, and I always come up with all these weird ideas, scenarios, and he does too. So we're both on like the same page, and I mean, we're ready to rock and roll. Starting, the joke is that we're getting the winter off, but we're really not getting the winter off because we're really putting our heads together and getting everything in gear. There's a lot that goes behind, like there's a lot that goes on behind the operation that we want to start getting everything in order. And I am not a part owner as of now, but
Shortly.
yeah, very soon. I am working to become a part owner of this company.
Only reason I have a crew there, my family, no one else has ever been worth a damn. Just saying. That's the same thing. It's me, Jimmy, and my dad. My mom obviously won't work for us, and our other 2 brothers, if they're watching, Mike and Matt,
Yeah,
you're welcome to come work for us. But you guys are
Yeah.
lazy.
yeah, I don't want to do it.
People say don't work with your family, keep them separate. That works. I mean, that saying is good for some parts of it, but my dad and Jimmy and myself, we work together very, very well.
Oh, Maddie's. I'm gonna keep going.
Maddie's watching. My brother Mike's wife is watching. Maddie.
He is the most.
Mike is lazy faux show.
He is.
Well, Mike was lazy, not
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
Mike's kicking ass at Mike.
yeah.
Question you mentioned that 120. This is a mouse.
Oh yeah, keeps
125 mowing the cows. How many people on the mow crew to service those all weekly? About 116 or 17 were weekly, and the rest were bi-weekly. And where we have the route set up, it's so dense. We're in between the 4 days, I'd say. We're in, say, town A over this way on Monday. One town Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday is another town. And it was one crew, and between the three of us, we could probably do 50 to 60 a day. That's how we could average 6 to 8 an hour.
yeah.
And we're just moving. Some of these you can do like 8 on a street, and just drive the mower from house to house. One guy weed whacks, and
Yeah.
the leaf blower's waiting at the end.
Somebody was always doing something
Yeah.
when we were going that fast. I mean, even if it was nothing, it was filling up gas.
Yeah,
Somebody always had something to do,
Yeah.
and we almost we didn't even have to talk or communicate or do anything. Everybody kind of just.
it's just the
Yeah,
three of
that's
us.
the good thing about working with them
Yeah.
is that we all
We've-
know.
Sign
know.
language. We have all the
Yeah.
sign language down. We've been working
Yeah.
with each other forever.
I actually want to make a video on how we communicate because I think
Yeah.
we do communicate very well without saying one
Yeah.
word.
We got our headphones on with the radios playing, and
Yeah.
people probably looking out their window thinking we don't speak. Like we
Yeah.
just we
Yeah.
let a little bit. Like let's go, blow off. We have all the little things down. Do you still have the new Ford 7.3? I do not.
That's
I sold that. We are in the process, my wife and I, of moving into a new house, and that's where we're going to be taking this YouTube to. Is we're going to have a room in the house just for YouTube, with the computer and some signs, and make it like a fan wall behind us almost. So this is just our apartment now. Back to the Ford. I had problems with the transmission. We made a video on that, I think, right?
Yeah, the transmission was starting to get touchy, and then I reset the transmission tables, and it went back to normal.
Yeah.
And then
It wasn't the most expensive truck I've owned, but it was problematic and only 28,000 miles, I think. And just went back to the old trucks,
yeah,
the 7.3s that we put all new engines in all of them. And you just turn the key and you go, and you don't have to make a monthly payment. So
from day one, I did not like how those trucks shifted to
Shifted.
10-speed. They
Yeah.
would go 1, 3, 5, 7, and then like 8, 9, 10. I did not like that, but yeah.
it was fast. It
Yeah,
would
I
pull
mean,
a house
it was good.
down.
The engine was fantastic.
Yeah, no
but
problem
I
with
did
the
not
motor.
like the transmission.
The 10-speed transmission was problems.
Love working with my boys and my soulmate. Best days I've ever had.
Yeah, we like it too. On the 6 out of 7 days a week, our dad will listen to us.
Yeah,
If Dad's probably not watching,
but if he is,
but
He
if
doesn't
he
know
doesn't know how to use YouTube. But
yeah,
everything worked out pretty
Yeah.
well this year. For the first year, everyone officially
was in
working for me,
Yeah.
technically
Yeah.
working with me. I'd like to say, not for me, but the first year, my dad's been doing it for 40 years by himself, only listening to himself, working solo. To now, he's working for me. After all those years by himself, I think he did pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Nah, damn boys, hope those are some small properties. Some of them are small, don't get us wrong, but some of them are decent sized, I'd say.
Yeah.
I always wanted this year to put the GoPro on my head just so that everybody
we could
could
show.
see like what the day looks like. And so like we got a comment the other day, somebody said there's no way you guys did 43 in one day. And we finished early on that day.
We finished early. It was like 3 o'clock. We started at
I
7.
want to get the camera on my head next year and go along one day, and I just want to do as many as we can just to. really
Because
actually
literally
show.
there'll be a streak, and
I mean,
we'll
some
have-
of them
we'll
will
have-
4 or 5.
we
in a
have
row.
16 houses, not on the same street, but all in the same neighborhood.
Yeah,
That I'll get on the standard, and I'll go start at house 1 and be at house 16 by the end of hour number 2.
yeah,
And one guy's weed whacking, jumping in the truck, going, blowing off, and we'll have 2 mowers rolling. In 2 hours, we'll get 16 houses done.
yeah,
I'd say a third of an acre,
yeah,
maybe some of them are half an acre, but we're just cruising.
yeah.
So if you take the math, 8-hour day, and you do 6 in an hour, that's 48. We did 43 in the day, so
Yeah, that sounds very close to what we do. Yeah, just 2 of us on the crew. Yeah, you guys sound very similar to like kind of what we did
Mhm.
with hand signals. No need to talk.
Yeah.
and we all listen to music while we're working anyway.
Yeah.
So that's my boys keep me laughing for sure. CMB, hey, what's up? Yeah, we're just
Almost
just
done.
maybe like a week out.
Not even.
Not
we,
even.
we have a full day Monday and then a couple hours on Tuesday, and we are shutting the trailer, locking it up, and we'll see it in March. Of course, we'll be making videos on how to put everything away, like we said
And
before.
a few things need a couple of little maintenance
Yeah.
points, but other than that, I mean, yeah, we're wrapping it all up. You weren't here earlier in the live stream when I was saying that we were actually making a video today about kicking off our winter, some of the extra stuff that we do while we're not plowing snow. So the season's wrapping up, but it's not really because we still have a ton of stuff that.
I feel like we'll be more busy this winter than we actually are in the season.
Yeah.
We're moving in, like I said, on Tuesday to our new house. We got to paint the house from top to bottom, the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Hoping to get rid of the deck outside and put a big outdoor patio,
Yeah.
outdoor kitchen, a TV, a fire pit, put the hot tub out there. We'll film the entire thing. But yeah, there's a lot to do this winter.
Kinder says, being brothers, do you guys find it challenging to not bump heads on the daily grind? Honestly, we really never bump heads.
We never do.
I mean, I the way Steve's 5 years older than me, so when I've grown up, I mean, I've always kind of taken his lead and tweaked things as we've gone along and thrown out suggestions. Not to say that he wants whatever, like, he tells me everything to do and stuff, but we've just found our groove from him. He kind of always takes, like, the step, and then I either agree or I tweak it a little bit, and then we kind of go on with it. And usually it always works out perfect.
It usually always
So,
does,
yeah.
but I'll be the first to admit Jimmy's smarter than me. So when he has a better idea than I do, no problem. It'll save us time. I roll with it. I've obviously been doing it a lot longer and have pretty much experienced everything. Not everything, but as much as you possibly can on a daily basis between customers, interactions, computer, the business side of it, the equipment. I've been through all of it.
And we also don't really bump heads either because we always talk about. Yeah, I mean, every day, even after we're done working, like we have a 10 to 15-minute phone call about whatever happened that day. And, we say it's either it was a great day, a good day, bad day, whatever it may be. So and then we fix it and move on. And
Tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah,
if
we
something
always
happens.
communicate very well, and that almost eliminates any sort of issues that we'll ever have.
And if Dad is watching this, we do bump heads. We especially towards the beginning of the season when we were kind of working the kinks out of some of his old habits. But working with family is great because you're helping them, they're helping you. The job gets done. And you get to see each other every day. So it's great.
Yeah.
What's up, Drew?
So,
How you doing? Where are you from?
yeah.
It's kind of cool, just like you said, to see someone tuned in last time from Texas, I think.
Yeah.
I find it hard to make time for filming videos for quality product. I do it when we can.
Yeah.
We're the same way, but we're figuring out
It's kind of hard.
Maybe-
Sometimes we're like,
maybe if I can turn
Yeah.
the speed up a little bit. I'll have Jimmy set the camera up on a certain house where I
Yeah.
really don't need that much help or what we're doing. I'll make
Yeah.
sure he sets up so he can get his videos in for his
yeah.
editing for later that day.
And I've always been like looking. That's kind of why we bought the new computer today. And I mean, I've been thinking about getting new cameras because I'm always thinking about like how can we speed this video process up and get it to be like, all right, all we got to do is just hit a button, and we're filming for the whole day, and we can do what we got to do. But yeah, we always do the quality work before the filming, anyways. Oh, Drew is from Ohio. Is he? Were you on last time? I forget. I think we had someone from Ohio,
We
right?
did. That was
Okay. Oh, okay.
Used to.
Kinder used to work with his brother.
Keyword used to.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I guess
Sometimes
it doesn't always work, but
People who say don't work with your family, at least give it a shot.
yeah.
You got nothing to lose.
Yep, I definitely slacked off last 3 months of my vids. Just second compared to my actual money making day. Yeah.
I've followed this channel for about a year or so, and I've noticed it's becoming more active since Jimmy came aboard.
Yeah, that's because
100%.
Steve, I think Steve has only put out one video ever on this channel.
I don't know.
I put everything out, and I mean,
you can see
obviously
Jim,
I do everything.
Yeah, well, when
on
you
the
were home,
YouTube's part.
last fall when you were home from school on the weekends,
Yeah.
that's when we kind of started, and he would be making a video here or there.
Yeah, exactly.
And I tried that one, I think, on the
fall
really
setup.
the one fall and the one leaf cleanup where I had the GoPro
Oh
on my
yeah,
head.
yeah.
And by the time I got home at the end of the day, working by myself, I had no idea what I was doing, putting the videos together. I was too frustrated with it. So put it on pause until Jimmy came on full force this summer.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep it up. I mean, I think we've been doing great so far in the fall, especially. There's only so much you can film when you're only cutting grass at one point, but now we've had more stuff going on. Eden, I did daily videos all season and take a ton of time. Yeah, they do take a lot of time. That's why we're trying to figure out a way. I know like guys like Victory, they post like almost every day, and
it's like 40 minutes.
It's like
long.
40 minutes. I'm trying to figure out how they're doing it so quick because it does take a long time to edit everything. I mean, videoing it is one thing, but editing it and making sure that it actually makes sense and flows as a good video, that takes a lot of time. We got 14 people on here.
Yeah, it's cool.
So far, we're at yes for another giveaway, Steve. Yeah, it's not going to be $50 again yet, but
I think the first one was I remember seeing the fall setup. That was me. I made that video. I did not know what I was doing. I think I set everything up, remember, nose to nose with the trucks.
Yeah.
And I had to go blow the gutters out on the roof, so I was up top, and I would take a picture of this, and it was all cloudy, the picture, and it was, I did what I could.
That's what we need. Those daily videos. Yeah. I don't know. I've stayed up late a couple times to do some videos. I mean, we weren't doing daily videos like that, though. But I do try to post shorts every once in a while, but they're very easy to do.
I would spend 3 to 4 hours editing 120 minutes of footage, too much for a daily routine. Yeah, I'm not even making the videos, and I know Jimmy has a lot. I mean, I'll go home and I'll do all the billing, all the estimates, and Jimmy will do all the YouTube.
Yeah.
So we have a good plan worked out here.
Yeah, I can do it pretty quick now. Like, I take 32 an hour is where I'm at to get a video out. But I want it to be even quicker than that. But we'll see. Everyday detailing lawn care. Hey guys, wanted to stop in and say hi. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, right back at you. I hope you guys all out there had a great Thanksgiving. Did anyone get anything good on Black Friday today like we did?
We spent 4 hours, I think, going back and forth between Costco, Best Buy, and
Windows.
Yeah, we
were deciding what was the best one to go. It took us a while. Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to validate a $10 video when you're mowing $1,000 in lawn.
That's true.
Totally agree with that. We're hoping to get this to a point where, like we said, we can be one of the larger channels on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're not there yet. We're nowhere near it. But once we get organized and get our stuff together, we hope to be up there with all the other guys on YouTube, where we can maybe replace the lawns or some of the lawns with YouTube revenue.
I knew, like, coming into this isn't my first channel, but this is like my main channel now that we're focused on. I have another one that has 4,000 subscribers, so I knew how the revenue worked before we even started this one, and I knew there was potential to really kind of get this thing rolling, which it seems to have now, which is awesome. But I mean, we want to keep growing a lot more.
Drew's lawn maintenance management. Drew's property management. Subscribed. Sorry, I didn't subscribe yet, but he's on his road to 1,000.
Cool.
So you got one more from us. Yeah. Thanks for watching our live today.
It takes a while. Don't get discouraged, but once you get there, it just rolls. It really does. It's hard. YouTube's set up against you to get there because they don't want to pay everyone until you get there. But yeah.
What's Cujo Jags? Kinder. Yep, the watch hours is tough. We were making
Actually, we were good on the watch hours. We were not good on the subscribers.
for a lot of
we
people.
had, yeah, it's the other way around. We had the watch hours way before we had the subscribers.
Oh, shoes, gotcha.
But I think that's because when we put out that one video, we put out the Hurricane versus the Pro Force blower. That video blew up, and we got so many views off of that, but we didn't get the subscriber count.
Gotcha. That's the long moves. I remember last year when Mom was saying we showed our mom one of the videos we're getting ready to put out. It was 30 minutes long. She was bored. She's like, "Why are you making such a long video on it? That's what you got to do."
That's what they like to watch it.
Yeah, that's what everyone on YouTube wants.
She's been hearing about landscaping forever. That's it's not like she likes hearing about it.
So, by the way, whoever's watching, this sign is just, it's the same logo you see on the trucks, on the doors. And I had an extra one made, and we just put it on the back of a lawn sign. I can't bring it. Whoever's, yeah, go next.
So yeah, this is our main logo for all of our stuff. Are you gonna tell them about the cool sign that we want to get?
Yeah, yeah, we could, right?
What's up?
Yeah. We're looking to do, like we said, in the new house we're moving into, a YouTube room with the computer set up, and it's just used for business. Basically an office, but it's going to be, we're going to call it the YouTube room. We're looking to have like an LED plug-in light made up.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm looking, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's not neon, it's like electric.
Yeah, where
it's
you
LED.
plug it in, it lights up with the exact logo. And we were looking online, it's about $875. It's expensive, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
We're just looking to see someone local who can make it, who we can go meet the people, maybe establish a relationship to have other stuff done.
Why don't you guys do snow removal? We kind of touched on this
Yeah,
a
run
little
through
bit
it
before,
again.
but yeah, I'll run over it again. So we do well. Number one, we weren't really a fan of being on call and the hours and all that because sometimes you got to stay up too late and just got to stay through the whole night. It's not that we can't do it. It's just that we find ways to make money in different ways when we're off. And this winter, especially, we have a lot of business planning that we need to do. But we make money. Me and Steve are mechanically inclined, so we like to do a lot of buy and flips over the winter, and that's how we
On our own time.
Yeah, basically
Not
on our
being-
own time, not being
held to a
restrained down to that, and so we're able to make money that way, which we're going to cover in some videos. And then also there's just the equipment truck breaks down. You have to be there to get the driveways done. So we weren't a fan of that too. And something always seems to break at the worst time, and the weather's the worst. And you're dealing with salt and snow and rusty trucks and stuff going wrong all the time. So
The money's there.
it is. Yeah,
It's just
it's a great business, but I mean at the same time it could not snow 1 inch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we like to say that we make our money during the actual season.
Yeah.
Prepare to be off for 3 months, and then we can buy and sell a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
and then we do like to take like a week of vacation in the winter.
Yeah.
If you're snow plowing, if it does snow, then you got to figure out something to get you back up. But
How is the power by you guys? We're down in Riverdale, like Bloomingdale area. Our power's good. Did you guys lose it up there or something? I know it's windy out.
yeah,
Maddie, are y'all planning on doing any DIY how-to?
Well, you guys need to edge your backyard, and
Yeah, we do
We
plan
do,
on doing a lot of those.
yeah,
Next
probably
week-
more so. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of
House renovation.
a lot of like those videos, more like the landscaping how-tos. Probably won't start until the weather gets better, but more of the business.
We'll do how-tos on like
Fixing.
We'll be
fixing,
taking the motor
maintenance.
out of the one walker mower this winter.
Yeah, I'm saying like the actual work.
Oh, the actual work, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously the season's changing. Sent you guys a message on Instagram. Take a look when we get a chance. You want to take a look?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah. All right. Great to see y'all doing so good in business. enjoy your winter work. I'll be around. I was number 999 subscriber for your channel. Dang, thank you, man. It sounds like you're heading out, so have a great evening. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and thank you for all the support. We'll see you soon. We don't do snow, travel to warm weather in the winter. I mean, we're planning on going on a cruise, so we'd like to get out of here.
Us, our cousin, my two brother-in-laws, possibly going to go to a cruise down to Bermuda.
Yeah,
maybe in January.
I do like it. I like the snow. I like snow in general, but I'm not a big fan of snow.
Thank you, Elite Landscapes. Have a good night and
Yeah.
a good weekend. Thank you for watching the live, taking time out of your day. We appreciate it. Mike Signorski, how do you deal with difficult customers that complain a lot but give you a lot of business? Usually call you or Matt to see what we should do. Dealing with difficult customers. I'd say 90% of our customers are like trouble-free.
Yeah.
They don't call, they don't text, you never see them, they pay on time. And then there are the 10%. So if you think of about 125 customers, 10 or 12 of them really can get under your skin. They do give you business, but you got to weigh your options. We're going to thin out the route a little bit and get rid of some of the ones. Even if they give us business, we can make it up elsewhere. So depending on what type of complaining they do, we can deal with it, or we can get rid of them.
Yeah, I know, like, respect.
Yeah, thanks for watching, Mike.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I'm surprised you guys are
Stella's
actually
watching,
watching.
too.
What are you guys doing with your Friday night? Huh?
they just got their Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, that's
They're
right.
decorating the tree, and Stella's jumping over pillows.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been an hour already?
Yeah, it
It
goes
flies.
quick on here. We still got 10 people.
Mm-hmm. Mike just left.
We call them problem clients.
Yeah.
They get yeah, exactly.
We wish we could name some names on here just in case they were watching, but there's probably 10 of them, and we're adding up the revenue, and we're for the entire 6.5 months of cutting their grass. If they don't sign up for anything else, they're gonna go. We're just taking the round number of what our gross income is on those, say, 10 troublesome clients. And we're just translating it to, let's go do X amount of yards of mulch, or one more paver job, or let's go put down some river rock. Instead of going to those 10 clients who complain or come out every week for 6 months straight. It does get really old really fast. You can deal with them. You can deal with them for the first month, but then when it gets really hot out and they keep coming out, and then like help has to turn the weed whacker off and the blower. Everyone's distracted. We've come to a conclusion. They got to go. There's 110 people that can leave us alone. They pay on time. No problem coming out and saying hello and everything. But like if it's every week in and out for 27 weeks in a row, they got to go.
Yeah.
Like we said, if you do a $50 lawn for say 30 weeks out of the year, there's $1,500 on grass, but you're going there 30 weeks in a row. You're starting your truck, putting fuel in that truck to go there 30 weeks in a row. This is what I've been preaching all year. $1,500, you're probably like, oh my God, that's $1,500. Like, we could go do a truckload of mulch in an hour and a half for that $1,500 at 15 yards of mulch, wherever the math comes out to.
Exactly.
And get rid of that customer for the whole year.
You're only there once, and then the truck only starts once.
Yeah, you start the truck once, go there, do 15 yards of mulch. With 3 guys with the Toro, we can do a truckload of 15 yards of mulch in 35 minutes, depending where you're going to take it to. If it's flat and it's not much around tons of trees, we knock it out in no time. We put a couple videos out. We did 50 yards of mulch or 45. We did it in 2.5 hours. So, the long clients are going to definitely be thin.
We're going to really hammer the mulching this year.
Yep. We did 500 yards of mulch this year, and we could have probably done another 200 or 300 yards of mulch if we didn't have to go to grass cutting.
Yeah.
Come on, Mike. I know you have more questions for us.
Yeah.
Now's your time to ask. we gotta come up with like another question.
I have a good question for our viewers. I'm going to ask this last time. What's your favorite video of ours that you have watched?
That's a good question.
If you can remember the title, or if you want to take a second and go back and find it. I'm curious to see what everybody says, if people have an opinion.
Watkins Services.
Thank you for sharing. Is that a verified one? That's cool.
Is it?
I think it is.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Where are you from, Watkins Services? That's my new thing is we see
When we see a new face.
a new face or a new subscriber, it's just really, really cool to know
Grand Rapids. Is that
that's
Michigan?
Michigan.
Yeah.
It's just cool to see people from
all
literally
over the
anywhere.
country.
You see people. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no. You go.
You see people on other people's YouTube channel,
Yeah.
like Cheers from Australia.
Yeah,
This is someone watching. In
I watch
Wisconsin.
like some of the New York Jets live streams, and I see people from all over the place. That even makes sense. They're not even from this country. And,
That's so cool.
They'll still watch the Jets.
It's a different
play football.
time zone and
Yeah,
everything.
but something like that. But the Walker T reviews are my favorite. Yeah, that was a fun video to make.
Yeah, we have a lot more Walker
I have
videos coming up this
yeah.
winter.
And speaking of that video, just the different generations, I don't know if you guys saw my post last week. I picked up that ancient Billy Goat leaf blower. I mean, I don't know what year that thing is, but it's way back there. And we're going to compare that to one of our newer 8550 Red Maxes and see literally how much power differences come over. I want to say like 30, 40, 50 years or something like that. That's how old that thing is. But yeah, we want to do more videos like that, just comparing equipment. We love doing that.
We love fixing the equipment too.
Yeah.
Just knowing that once it breaks, when we fix it, we know that we fixed it and it was done right.
Yeah.
So we do all of our repairs in-house, anything from fixing a bearing on a Walker mower to
Yeah.
replacing an engine, a complete engine rebuild in one of the trucks. We
Yeah.
have done it all. We haven't filmed all of it, but this winter for sure, the one Walker that's 5 years old, the motor's coming out. We need to replace the starter. We need.
But
How do you deal
yeah,
with a
no,
long?
wait, we got to read the other one.
So we have a B and an H. A T is coming soon.
Okay. What is the? I forget.
The B is the
I know the T, but
B is the fast one that has
is that just the
mulching
alpha?
deck,
Okay.
side discharge.
Okay.
The H.
Is that
The H is the H. Eden is the H the smaller version of the T without like the dashboard on the side.
Oh, yeah,
maybe that's a different one. I know what the B is.
Which one is the one that has the dumper again in the back? That's not the T.
No, that's a B.
That's a
Yeah,
B.
like some of them, the older ones.
Yeah.
have them. How do you deal with a lawn that constantly has toys, chairs, dog shit in the yard every week? We throw the toys into the woods usually, or we'll make a pile. And we'll kind of
A lot of the times, yeah, we take the toys and we'll throw them mostly on the patio, like in the corner. And they never end up back.
chairs. It's understandable in the summertime when people's pools are open
Yeah.
and they work during the day. We are there on the same day every week, so the chairs shouldn't be there. But we
Yeah.
only have a few clients that it takes 2 seconds to move the chairs. The dog
poop.
The
I
dog, poop.
actually,
Dog poop's annoying because
Yeah,
when the
I've had
grass
it.
is really thick and the
Yeah.
grass and the mower decks get clogged and you're cleaning it out.
I had it spray on me actually this year
Yeah, the
once
weed
with
whacker.
the weed whacker once. And
It's
I was
tough.
Not happy. But,
I hate to say that I did this. A couple clients that have had dog poop and have been warned to please clean up before we get there. It was everywhere the one week. They have 2 or 3 dogs and I had enough and I drove over it and it's all in the tires and the machine's brand new. And I drove right down their front sidewalk just to let them know, hey, like you were warned 3 times not to do this. And ever since after that, there was never dog poop left.
yeah.
It was always cleaned up. So I got that off of a Lawn Care Mafia post and I said, you know what, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll have to drop the client.
And those are also the people that pay late. They never pay.
Exactly. We did a cleanup last week where their dog poop was all over the person's deck.
Yeah.
And there was toys everywhere and it was a mess. I don't know how people can live like that, but it's none of our business. Our business is to blow the leaves from point A to point B.
H is the big one. with the
Oh,
62
okay.
inch.
Top Notch Lawn Care had that, I think, back when he was doing all those like highway exits, like the exit ramps. He had the right standard ZK with the dual wheels, and he also had I believe he had the really big walker mower with the rear discharge. I am thinking about getting a larger mower going forward next year. The walkers are very, very slow, but for the quarter acre properties, we bag them. It's no problem. We have the 252-inch side discharge mowers, the Toro and the Ferris. I am looking at a 60 or a 61, a new mower, maybe in February, getting ready for the season. I don't know though about how do you like the 64-inch rear discharge there?
Yeah.
That sounds really nice. Is it the same speed as the MT Walker, or are they a little bit faster?
The H is rated for 10 and it outruns my V ride.
No way, really?
That's fast.
That's really fast.
Yeah.
Tell them what we're looking at.
Yeah, we are gonna.
We're gonna look into that for sure.
We got a Walker the T that we have slow. Both of them are. Yeah, that is fast. Yeah. Yeah, that is that's quick. I forget what the T is on paper, but I mean the two that we have are slow. They do a good job though. I mean bagging the grass and stuff, but it's tough when you have a property that they always want the grass bagged and it's going that slow when you could be on something faster, like one of our stand-on mowers. T6. I mean, it's a dog. It's super slow. We actually had one, the one that in that Walker mower comparison video, that old one was had some sort of, it was misadjusted. It was out of adjustment. The hydros underneath with the linkage, and that thing probably went 4 miles an hour when we bought it, and it was so slow. I mean, we used it for just a few jobs, and then we were like, man, this thing's like way slower than the others that we had, so we have fixed it now. But the B is 8. Okay, that's a little bit faster. Yeah, the T is the T is like half of what that big one is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Crazy. It's my dog Zoe.
Deer.
We have another dog, a Bernese Mountain Dog over here. He's pushing 125 pounds. He looks like a big grizzly bear.
Yeah.
The B is 8. Wow, I really want to look into the H now. I've seen it, but I never knew that was the Model H. How does it cut? Like with thick grass when it's wet. Rear discharge depth, 64 inches too. That's something to look into. And if you bought it new, approximately, if you don't mind, how much was it? I'm definitely going to check with the dealer tomorrow to see what their availability is on something like that. We know the Model T's it's not built for speed.
Yeah.
New's 20 grand. Huh. Because the new Walker we got last winter was about 18, the 27 horsepower MT, so it's not really that much more. 37 horsepower Vanguard. That's what the Skag Windstorm has. I'm assuming it's electronic fuel injection, because I will never buy another carbureted Vanguard ever again. I mean, it's not a horrible price for the way everything is in the market now. Something to look into. Yeah. So I was thinking about another Toro Multiforce 61 or 60, but the motor is too small in my opinion on that. Ours is only 26.5 horsepower. When you put attachments on it, it's not enough motor for the machine. So unless they throw a bigger motor, I'm hoping the 37 Vanguard on the Toro, I would buy a 60-inch one of those in a heartbeat. I'm just waiting for them to actually do it. And I think they did it on the regular Grandstand. I'm not sure if they did it yet on the Multiforce, which is the Grandstand, but it's got the attachment hitch in the front. Can you post this on your store? I guess it.
On my real story. Did we post it on the Ziggy story? No. Do that.
Mike and Maddie, if you're still here, throw us another question.
Yeah.
I agree. It's not. I was very disappointed in Toro when I had the leaf blower attachment and the bagging, the ultra-vac attachment on it. As soon as you went up a hill, the motor was bogging down and the belts weren't spinning as fast as they were, as fast as they needed to run the propeller on the blower or even the ultra-vac on the side. They need to put a bigger engine on that for sure. They have the low flow hydraulics is what I have on mine for the mulch dump, and they have the high flow hydraulics for the snowblower attachment. They have a big 2-stage snowblower attachment. I don't know how it works with a 26.5 horsepower. We have a buddy that we rent a couple spots from the park. He bought his Toro the same day I bought mine. We had him shipped in from Ohio, and he's selling his blower attachment just like I did because it's just the machine doesn't have enough power. What leaf blowers and string trimmers did you guys use when you started the lawn care? I've run Red Max blowers my entire life.
Actually, wait, no. Oh, yeah, blowers.
Yeah, blowers.
Yeah,
Weed whackers were the Echo SRM 230.
You did run a steel for a little bit.
Yeah, but the first one was an Echo
Yeah,
from
it
Home
was.
Depot.
It was from Home Depot. And actually, I other than the string spitting out of them, I like them.
They weren't horrible. They ran. They were cheap. And they got the job done. But
I liked how long those weed whackers were.
They were a lot longer. You don't have to bend
Yeah,
down.
you didn't have to bend down. And then we went to a steel FS90R, right?
Mhm.
And then that thing was like super short and stubby. I hated that.
And your lower back would
And
hurt.
I felt like it was lower RPM.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was lower RPM. It didn't seem to whip the whatever you were weed whacking like that much. And then after that, you went to Red Max, right?
Then I switched over to Red Max, so I did the fleet deal for. I buy like 5 new blowers at the beginning of every season, and you can bundle it with the trimmers and whatnot, the hedge trimmers. So that's why we switched to Red Max. But I've always had the Red Max blowers. I guess I had a steel backpack blower I bought. I don't know, 15 years ago. I was like 10 or 12, somewhere around there. And I bought it on eBay. I had it shipped in, and it was very disappointing. It was a smaller model, but went right to Red Max after that, and I've been very happy. If money and maintenance costs weren't in play, what is one piece of equipment you wish you had? It's tough.
Piece of equipment.
You wish you had if your money was not. Is it something
I
we
would-
need or something we?
Definitely something we need would be a skid steer that can pick up a pallet.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
have
we
our-
are probably going to get eventually anyways,
Yeah.
but
The New Holland
something that
skid
would
steer. Tell
be
me
nice
about
to
that.
have like that. Something that would be, if it was like a luxury thing to have just for fun, but it is equipment. I'd like to have one of those Ventrac things,
They're cool.
the 4-wheel drive, or one of the those snow plow. What are those snow plows called?
Snow Raider.
Yeah, the Snow Raider. One of those, something like that. I think those things are cool. But I mean, not that they play a role in our company right now, but I think those would be awesome to have.
Yeah, but just a side note on the skid steer, we had a Bobcat 773 my dad bought 2005, and it was only 6 or 7 years old. He had that until 2014, and I found a really, really nice Bobcat T300 track machine. I took pretty much everything I had saved up, and I sold my dad's machine, gave him his money back for that, and I went out and I bought this, the 2008 maybe track machine. I mean, this thing could lift the dump truck up off the ground to do the brakes and the tire. This thing could pick anything up. And then I got a little bit overwhelmed with a couple of different bigger purchases, and I got rid of the track machine just because it was like 9,600 pounds. Right, that thing was heavy.
Yeah.
So I got rid of that, and we found an older gentleman selling a New Holland LS
He was the
140.
original owner, right?
He was the original owner, had like 450 hours on it. It's a 2001. It's like 20 years old, but it's in perfect shape,
Yeah.
and it can only lift up 3/4 of a pallet of pavers. So definitely in the next year or two, we will be buying a brand new. I don't know if it'll be track or wheeled skid steer. Probably the biggest one they have
Yeah.
that can pick up pavers and wall block and everything else, because it stinks when we have to walk pavers.
It is going to be helpful too, because when we speaking about like our winter projects, when we do like trucks or whatever too, I mean sometimes we need to move stuff.
Yeah.
And our thing is just a little underpowered.
It works, but like we said, if you need to take axles out of the truck when we're parking out a truck, we can pick the whole back end of the truck up.
Yeah.
With the bigger machine when we had it.
Yeah.
In the one video, I mentioned that my F550 used to be an enclosed rack, like a rack box, no, like an enclosed garage utility body truck.
Yeah.
And I cut all the bolts off of it, and I picked the utility body up with this track machine, backed it up. It didn't even tip or anything, and I set it down on the side. When I sold it, picked it back up, put it on the guy's trailer, and I think it weighed like 3,000 pounds or something. The lifting capacity was crazy on that thing. I wish we didn't have to sell it.
Yeah, after I bought mine, I put the 37 Vanguard on them. Is that like when they came out with the Windstorm? I'm assuming. I feel like
The Windstorm's been out for 4 years now, I think.
they copied the V. Well, they copied the Windstorm's copied the V Ride,
Yeah.
right? But
Well, it's the same
It's cut in
platform.
half.
Yeah.
The front half is
short.
different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm wondering if because the 37 is what's on the Windstorm, right? So I'm wondering if when they made that upgrade is when they made the design the Windstorm. I don't know. Probably easier too if they made that upgrade and then they know they're like producing a lot of them, that they both have the same engine.
I want to hit 20 people watching.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
that would be cool. I just posted it, so we'll see. Yeah,
Who's on TikTok?
I could.
Yeah, TikTok is cool.
What should I do? Should I take a picture of the screen?
Take a picture of the logo. Jonathan Moore, I'm not sure if you're still watching. You said power, up in Wantage. Our parents live in Jefferson, and they don't have power up there. So I wonder what happened. Maybe, I don't know. There's a bunch of car accidents this summer on Route 15. I'm not sure if that or if it's the wind. Out of the 8 people still watching, throw us any question just to keep the conversation going. Anything, equipment, business related, any specific question about clients. I don't know. Throw out anything you're thinking.
I just posted on TikTok.
Thanks, Kinder. Thank you for tuning in to this live. Really appreciate you taking time out of your night. We'll be doing another live next week for for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
This is
Red Bull.
high noon.
Yeah, I'm drinking a Bud Light Lime.
Yeah, this is high noon. If I drink Red Bull, I'll never fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh, we got one more. I just posted it, so maybe we'll get a few more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going for a longer time too. Trying to think of other questions that we could ask them. Oh, Jenna asked this question.
Jenna, I have a question for you. Why didn't you change your last name to my last name yet? My 5 to 10 year plan is hopefully in 10 years we'll have our. How am I trying to say this? Maybe in 10 years we'll have our 10-year-old working for us. Our company. It's not my company. It's everyone's company here. Jenna Kikura, that's my wife. Thumbs up.
Have you guys seen any good places to get a new phone?
New phone. So like,
Well, we were out today mainly doing computer shopping.
Yeah.
But
new phone deals. You said you're from Ohio. I'm not sure if you use Verizon or who your service is through, but like I said, this is my personal cell phone, and then this is my business phone. I had a home phone. When I get home from work, there'd be 8-10 missed calls, 8 to 10 voicemails, and it would just take so long to call everyone back. So I switched the home phone to a cell phone through Verizon, so I can, if it's a simple question the person has, they can text me, or they can send me a business email. And throughout the day, navigating from house to house, I can text them. If it was just a simple question that doesn't involve a phone call back. And I felt that this year that chopped a lot of time down from when I got home at the end of the day, and I'm tired and I just want to go to sleep. And I don't really feel like calling back 10 separate voicemails when, say, 5 of them were very simple questions. Hey, can you skip this week, or can you come on Wednesday instead of Tuesday? I'm having the pool guy close the pool, or something to that effect. I was just able to shoot him with a quick text instead of a phone call that could go on for 5-10 minutes. And if you do the math, 5 minutes at like 8 people, you're pushing 40 minutes. You don't know if you want cell phones. It could go either way. The texting, people will be texting you at 8 o'clock at night on a Saturday or Sunday, or at 4 in the morning when they're going to the bathroom, they'll decide to text you. It does get frustrating. I've thought about having a call service, answer all the calls, and getting rid of the cell phone, maybe get rid of texting, but for now it's working. We'll see how long it goes for.
Worth getting cell phones.
Like I said, just being able to chop the time down at the end of the day. If it's just you or me and Jimmy and my dad, but I'm the one taking care of the phone calls. Like I said, if you have half your calls coming in that people want to know, hi, I'm calling just to see if you service my area, and then they give you their town, and they live an hour and a half away, or they want one shrub trimmed, or they want half a yard of mulch installed. You can hit them with a quick text. Sorry, I don't service your area, or yes, I do service your area. I'll give you a call first thing in the morning. You don't want to have full force conversations with your customers through text, because they can screw up and not think about what's your tone of voice through a text message, or what's the way he's trying to say this. They can be easily confused through text, unless it's just a straightforward yes, no. Keep it very short through text. But it does save a lot of time.
I forward my phone to Laura, who runs the office. That way I can keep mowing it rings constantly.
Can she answer the phone for us too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get people's scam calls. We get people. I don't, I've been getting people this year from 2 to 3 hours away saying they were referred somehow, and they live in a different state. I'm not sure. I mean, it's cool the name's getting around there, but I don't know
Our
any
name
others.
Comes up somehow on. Oh, if you Google like our landscaper, like in our area at least, our name comes up. But yeah, I don't know. Some of them were like from another state.
Yeah. But when you're mowing too, it's tough if the phone's ringing and you don't want to turn the machine down and take the headphones off and answer the phone call unless it's absolutely important.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody else has it like. Not everybody else probably has it set up this way, but me and Steve with the headphones with the Bluetooth, we usually listen to our phones while we work.
The music.
So every time we get a phone call, we know who's calling because it says it in our headphones. And usually, if it's me or him calling each other, we can stop and answer the phone on the mower. But other than that, we usually never stop.
But that'll be the thing is if we get out of mowing, we won't have to worry about answering the phone on the mower. We'll be hopefully doing something else, like pavers or whatever.
Half the time when I do answer the phone, KJ steals the mower from his property.
Yep.
He'll be dead probably.
Yeah. It's just that once I figured out numbers this year and adding stuff up and figuring out what is what completely, people would be coming out, and it's no problem to say hello every once in a while. But when you have people that come out and say hi every single week, and it turns into a 5 or 10 minute conversation, and you have 30 properties on schedule for the day, and just say 5 people come out, there goes a half hour out of the whole day that you could have gotten another couple jobs done. And it's no problem. You have elderly people that you have to take care of them, and like you're the highlight of their week. So they look forward to that 9:15 when you're there every single week. And if you're off and they want to know where you're at, you just have to remember that they're older and they're used to scheduling and everything, and they have like
they're not going
the lands. Yeah, they have the landscaper. They have the guy that comes out and opens the pool. They have the guy that comes out and does this or this or this. They only have so many people, and I understand that. But if it's week in and week out, it kind of once you get to the
point where
there's a point where it's gotta stop, or you can shoot a text or whatever. But once you start adding it up, like there goes a half hour today in talking alone when it is getting darker earlier, or I have stuff to go home and I go home. I want to be done. I have stuff to do with my family. Like you just took 30 minutes. It adds up. So
we talk with most elderly clients every week. We take turns playing blockers for you guys. Yeah. Sometimes like I'll just hang out if I get done earlier, so I'll just hang out in the trailer because I know one of them's coming out.
And it's usually not of great importance.
Yeah.
It's usually they're very friendly.
Yeah.
Very friendly people and customers. But,
it's like tough because when you're put in that situation and like somebody from the outside would look at you and be like, what's wrong with this guy? He doesn't talk to anyone. But then it's when you factor in again, like you're doing 40 lawns in a day, 30 lawns in a day.
And it's going to rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if you don't get this done today, you're cutting grass in the rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
The people, customers, clients, they don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know that.
They think you're only servicing their property and then you're done. Nobody in the world takes into consideration this person is not just working for me. They're not working for others. It's just me.
Yeah.
Which obviously we know that this isn't how this works, but you got to be as nice and respectful as you can. Even if it is weekly, we don't have people that come out weekly. We do have a couple people that it's not every week. It says 3 out of 4 times a month. It gets under our skin a little bit, but we deal with it. So. Dropping off.
Yeah, dropping off a little bit. We can go for a little bit longer though. Yeah. I put it out, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get some people by. It is Friday night too, though, so tough. Trying to think, what can we ask them? Because they've been asking us a lot of questions. So last week or last 2 weeks, I asked what everybody's favorite mower was. I think I'm gonna ask what everybody runs for their trucks. What's pulling your trailer? What's getting you from your jobs? Whoever's on, and you feel free to answer whatever. What trucks do you run? Eden runs Cummins. Yeah. Yeah. Our buddy Johnny runs nothing but Cummins, basically.
Yeah, every truck he has
Every
is
truck is a Cummins.
couple.
I have
Chevys.
nothing against Cummins. I like Cummins. We're big Ford guys just because that's what we've always done. I mean, we're big, strictly 7.3 guys, pretty much. 7.3 Power Stroke. Any of the new stuff, I mean, yeah, you can fix it and do that, but we've grown to really understand how those 7.3 Power Strokes work and how to fix them, make them not leak and run right. Isuzu, yeah, that's what. Is it a diesel or is it? What is it, NPR? I'm not sure what that is. Is it the diesel one? What does Kevin have?
Kevin has a Chevy 350 motor in it.
Yeah, an F-250. Is that what's in the F-250 and what year is that one? A Chevy 2500 HD. I mean, yeah, across the board, I guess they're all good. I would run.
Our dad's a Chevy guy.
Yeah, I would run anything. I would run pretty much anything gasoline. When you get into diesel, I guess it's a different story. But 6.2 gas, right? Yeah. But, especially right now, I mean, diesel is insane. It's like $6 a gallon. It's almost double what gas is around here. So it's like almost if you make the switch back to gas, but I mean, we already have all the trucks and everything works, right? It's 100%.
There's no monthly payments,
Yeah,
so we
their
factor
own.
that in.
Yeah.
Good.
The diesel dump truck is good though for the towing. I'm assuming you do it. What the numbers? I don't know if we're gonna get them up. We got 6. I try. We probably had a lot more last time because of the giveaway too. No, probably key. But 2000. What about the Chevy? Is that HD? Is that a gas or is that a Duramax? Do you want to give it a little longer?
We'll go to 9.
Go to 9? Okay, 12 more minutes. Yeah, that's good.
Diesel dump GVW is light for most towing, but works great for tight places. Better miles per
Oh,
gallon
yeah.
at the dump as well.
Yeah, I would say even all of our dump trucks should get better mileage than your gas did.
Definitely.
Right.
The 7.3 gasser was towing was 4 to 5 miles per gallon, and the regular driving 10 to 12, maybe 13 at the most. But the dump trucks get more. Towing, they probably get 10.
They're always hooked up to the trailer.
Yeah,
usually,
always.
though. Yeah, so we're gonna go another 10 minutes because we only have 4 people now. We're starting to wind down.
Yeah.
We'll go to 9. We didn't have Burns come on today.
I don't think so.
Not today.
We're going to dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Want to just end it?
Okay. Yeah, we'll get let's go we'll go like maybe 2 more minutes. So get any last more questions that you guys have. If you don't, feel free to head out of here because we're gonna end it in a few minutes.
We'll see you at the next one.
Yeah,
The
we're
next
gonna have-
one will be in another spot.
Yeah, we're gonna be we're gonna do a video on our YouTube room officially, and like our whole setup and getting everything in gear. We're gonna have a couple, 2 or 3 good videos coming out this week. for setting us up towards these winter months, and you guys will get to see our setup and all of what we're going to be going into. But we're going to be doing like a lot of live videos, like Steve said. We want to do like 2 per week. So we got 2 more. But
If we get 10 people watching, we'll stay
yeah,
on.
if we get 10 somehow, get your friend, stay on. We'll stay on as long as we have 10. But
We go live on TikTok.
what?
We go live on TikTok. Take my phone.
We can go live on here. This is not TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
We could do that. I didn't know that going live on TikTok was a thing. Actually, never do that.
And we'll,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
all
thank
right,
you guys
yeah,
for
so,
watching.
Yeah,
this
we're gonna
one.
head out. If you want to join us and you want to stick around, we're gonna try the live on TikTok, I guess, tonight. Just see what happens. But we're like we said, we're gonna have many more live videos, and we are gonna have another giveaway very soon. So definitely, if you want to stay tuned for that, feel free to. And have a great night, and we will see you guys in our next video tomorrow. Probably.
Thanks for watching.
It'll get posted. All right. Thank you, guys.